Hi brothers and sisters, quick little video here. I'm still working on information. I have a lot of it, especially concerning the nation of Egypt. It's really interesting stuff that we're stumbling upon now. And hopefully, I ask for prayers so that I'll have the energy that when I finally get home, during the day, I just don't have the energy to write down my notes, and I really need to take notes, so I ask for prayers to give me the strength to do that. But let's take a quick look at something I find absolutely interesting, and this absolutely does validate for me the fact that the Almond branch is the Ephraimite daughters. I believe now the only way it's validated is that Ephraim absolutely had to be a daughter, and she had to take from her mother. So I won't discuss that. We're going to look at this right quick, but we're looking at the Ephraimite daughters is what we're looking at, coming into existence as the almond branches. All right, that's spoken of. So we'll read this right quick. It is found in Song of Songs, and this is what it says in the Good News translation. I happen to believe it is rendered almond. It's not just a nut tree or a walnut tree. It is an almond tree, and it's pointing you to a specific location for a specific reason. I have come down among the almond trees to see the young plants in the valley, to see the new leaves on the vines and the blossoming on the pomegranate trees. Now, I gave one possible understanding of the pomegranate tree. I also gave another understanding in a separate video I made a long time ago, and it was that it had to do with the seeds of thought, the way that you think, the transforming and the renewing of your mind is the understanding of the pomegranate trees. They try to link the 613 laws of Torah. Well, I don't think there is 613 laws of Torah, but we can also link the number 6-3. They tend to want to eliminate the one in the middle when they're looking at numbers in different ways. So we identified 6 times 6 times 6 is going to calculate to 216, which means the light. So what we kind of summarized, possibly one of your connections is that they changed the light. The light here is now changing back from darkness to light. It also had the idea of the pomegranate having to do with her temples. And so it links you back to the seed of thought. And it says that we are going to be transformed by the renewing of our mind. So there's your link there. The almond tree here becomes absolutely vital in its understanding because of what it leads us to. Now, if you go and punch in the word Beth-el, why Beth-el? Well, Beth-el is called what? In its translation, the name Beth-el means the house of God, and it was a city in Ephraim. It says also a place in South Judah. We're going to stick with Ephraim here. And if we scroll down into the notes, right, means house of God, all right? It also meant the presence of God. It says an ancient place and seat of worship in Ephraim on the border of Benjamin, identification with Luz was its former name. Luz. All right, let's punch in Luz. This is what it's going to pull you up. Luz. And your word is, okay, I had the other, 3870, Strong's Hebrew. It's an earlier name of Beth-el and also a Hittite city. All right, so let's scroll down here. Let's see what the derivative is. This is important. A former name of Luz. Why would it be called Luz, do you think, Beth-el at one time? Of following meaning unknown. Compare perhaps the Arabic, which means to shine, gleam, flash, star, lightning. Really? Yeah. All right. Probably from luz, as growing there. Luz. All right. Let's hit on that word. You know what it means? Almond tree. Almond tree. In Ephraim. We're looking at the Ephraimite daughters. Now, I have a lot more information that I need to compile on that. This is all linking us to the almond branch that flourishes and blossoms. And it is so identified as a white branch, as a white rod. Why is white rod important? Let's go here. White rod, Wikipedia. The rod was required to be both white and straight, with a color representing purity and straightness of justice, according to the account given by Jeffrey Keating. So this takes us to the white rod, the white wand, the rod of inauguration, or, this is key, the wand of sovereignty. So we were looking at the sovereign Lord. Her number is 136, daughter Israel's number. So in the Irish language, variously called the Slate na Rig, rod of kingship. No, it's not rod of kingship. You changed out your glory for a king. It was always called the Holy One of Israel. She was always called that. And the reason is because she was pure and straight in her justice, right? She was no respecter of person. However, man and king are respecter of person. We see them writing laws upon laws and yoking their sister under them, though they claim to be no respecter of person. They clearly are. So this rod of lordship was the primary symbol of a Gaelic king or lord's legitimate authority and the principal prop used in his inauguration ceremony. Yes, indeed. But it was never to be in his hand. It was to be always in her hand, this rod, this white rod. This white rod, or rod of inauguration, wand of sovereignty, also identified as an almond tree, almond branch, right? The daughters of Ephraim finally coming out of the dust of the earth with a great history behind us. It's important because this takes us to what Jacob was doing to ensure that the herd became his. He was stripping away, right, parts of the bark off of, what does it say? Almond branches. Some says also poplar and other trees. But the key one was almond branches, and he was stripping the bark off of them and exposing the white beneath. This is all interesting. This is all going to factor into the future study that I want to prepare. I'm not saying that because I never seem to be able to set the times that I need. When I do have energy, I'm usually using it for something else. And I do happen to believe that the pursuit of this truth, because I am on to something here, at looking at the statue that Nebuchadnezzar dreamt of, and it has taken me on another pathway. We do still want to be getting to Jeremiah 18 and Isaiah 45. I hope to include them all into that study. And just to continue on the line of thoughts that we've been on pursuing, because it is so important, this rod, this branch of justice and purity that will be once again in the daughters of Ephraim's hands as the almond branch that flourishes. And justice will be dealt. Justice, purity, truth must stand in the land in order for us to be redeemed under the truth of God. So we'll hopefully get into it. I don't know when. I'd love to take a day this weekend, hopefully, whether I'll be able to or not. There's a lot going on in my life right now. So I'd like to take a day this weekend, hopefully, to get a video up on some of the information. So again, I hope that you will pray for me too, that I will have the strength to take the notes down and the capacity in the right way that I need to. And I thank you once again for being along on this short little video. I pray the Lord blesses you with an abundance of her truth. And I hope y'all have a really nice day. Thanks.